Eli Adams, and I'm the running back, and I run the ball.
I'm Heath Rao. I'm our right guard and left defensive end.
I'm the left guard.
Keaton Walsh, I'm the tight end and defensive end.
I'm Ezra. I play center and D tackle.
I'm Tanner. I play receiver and safety.
Okay, thank you guys. We're going to be reading a book called what?
Tough to tackle.
By who?
Matt Christopher.
And if it's not in our library yet, hopefully we can get it into our library. All right? Here we go, guys.
Boots ring, stood on the porch thinking.
Well, you can stand there all day or you're coming. Boots flashed a grin, shrugged, and rattled down the steps. He wrapped an arm around Bud's head and gave him just a blow from the ribs.
I was thinking.
Dr. Farrell sniffed the air and nodded.
Yup, you were. I smell rubber burning.
You nut. I was only faking. I wasn't gonna hit you. Well, thank you. You okay?
I'm okay, but you should have a funny way of faking. Boots was 4 inches taller than Duck and 20 pounds heavier. Although both were the same age, he had been thinking about playing quarterback on a college football team.
Boots had played quarterback last year in a pickup team and had discovered he could throw the ball forward, passing a mile and carrying the ball almost every time with a good, substantial gain. He was a natural quarterback.
What position you guys shooting for?
Quarterback.
Halfback, the position you shooting for, guard?
Guard my eye. I'm shooting for quarterback.
Quarterback.
Duck looked at Boots and back at Bud. Bud was a year older than Boots and Duck. He was Duck's size. Boots had seen Bud play quarterback. He was good, but Bud proved being bigger. For sure that he could 8-yard drive to Bud.
Yes, quarterback. That's where the action is. Who hasn't heard of Steve Young, Brett Favre, or Patrick Mahomes?
Okay, who hasn't? They're quarterbacks on professional football teams.
See that? Everyone knows who they are. Name one guard. You can't. That goes to show you it's quarterback that people remember. Not guard, not tackle. You have to have time to think about who guards are. Quarterback names pop in your head. Just like that.
That's only because you're interested in quarterbacks instead of guards and tackles. Without guards and tackles, what good is a quarterback?
No good.
So what are you arguing about?
Come on, let's go, or we won't be playing any position.
They headed to the field.
Boots was glad football season had come around. His sister Gail wasn't enough to fill the gap that their brother Tom had left.
Tom and we used to wrestle. Tom was bigger and hit Boots as many times as Boots had hit him.
Boots knew Tom would let him win just so he wouldn't get discouraged and not wrestle anymore. But it was fun just the same.
They have also played basketball and baseball.
Then Tom was enlisted in the Marines and was sent overseas. He was only gone for a few months, but it seemed like years to Boots.
Feel like you have a pay, son? Proud of you, Tom. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Love you guys.
By the time Bruce and his buddies reached the football field, at least 20 guys were already there.
Okay, fellas, circle up so we can tell you how tryouts are gonna run.
Boots saw the coach with another man on the bench in front of third base meeting. Fielders used the baseball or something.
In another week or so, we'll be marking white lines every 5 yards and the goalpost will be put up.
Here's a hefty man for us. Hi, son. What's your name?
Boots Raymond.
Hi, Boots. This is Coach DK. He's my assistant this year.
Few more boys like Boots. We have a real strong line.
Do I have to play on the line? Can't I play in the backfield like quarterback?
What do you weigh, Boots?
139 pounds, sir.
Sorry, Boots. 125 is the limit for backfield, and 140 for linemen. We have to have that ruling. Otherwise, a heavy boy like yourself wouldn't have much trouble tearing through a line that could be made up of players pretty light in weight. Didn't you read the forms your parents signed?
I guess I didn't.
All right, listen up, guys. We're going to run through some calisthenic for tryouts. We'll start with 20 jumping jacks. Ready? Begin.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right, down on your backs, hands behind your head, lift your legs off the ground. Boots grunted and moaned as he felt the ache come to his legs. He struggled to hold his limbs up until the coach gave him the word to drop them. Okay, down. Rest again.
That seems like the shortest minute in history.
Everybody on his feet for the dead body drill. All right, down on your bellies, side by side with about 2 feet between you. And the next man, Bud Davis, you're first in line. Get up and run over each body and fall flat after you reach the last one. Dr. Farrell, you're next in line. Follow Bud. Get the idea?
Got it.
After each body went through the routine at least twice, Coach Higgins let them play catch with footballs for a while.
Then he called the boys together and handed each of them a football uniform. The jerseys were red and pants blue, with the team's name, Apollos.
Here's a heavy intro. On the front of the jerseys.
On the backs were the numbers. Boots' number was 77.
Oh man, Coach Higgins knew all this time he was going to play me on the line.
He wasn't sure what position on the line he would play. We figured we'd find out after practice.
Good work, man. See you tomorrow.
The Apollos had calisthenics the next day and the next.
On the third day, the coach showed some mercy. He cut the calisthenics time in half.
Yes!
Practice wasn't over though. Coach McKay read off those names from the clipboard after each game of position. All Boots heard was,
Boots, right tackle. Bud, quarterback.
That's the offensive team. Most of the guys will play defense too. We're not loaded with enough players to have fresh players going each time the ball changes hands. Leo, you'll play fullback on offense and middle linebacker on defense, for example. Don't worry, we have enough subs so no one will get so tired they can't walk. Neither Coach DK or I will be that cruel with you. But we want a good team. We want players who want to play. If any of you think you're here just to get out of doing chores at home, you might as well just quit right now. I don't want to waste my time with that kind of player.
Boots felt like the coach was directly talking to him, for he wasn't really sure if he was serious about football or not. He wanted to play quarterback. That was his position he was set up. That was the position he felt he could put his best effort forward.
Limiting a quarterback's weight to 125 pounds was a crazy rule. Boots reflected. That was okay for other backs because they usually ran with the ball. The quarterback seldom ran with it.
The quarterback was boss. He called the plays, he handed the ball off to the backs, worked through the ball, or threw forward passes.
What did a tackle or guard do? Nothing but ram his shoulders against the guy in front of him, or throw a block on somebody. You didn't need brains to play tackle or guard, just broad shoulders.
Well, and weight too.
And guts.
Yeah, you really had to have guts. You get a lot of pounding from the other guy. A helmet and shoulder pads weren't all you need to be able to take that pounding.
Well, I'm through with my speech. Are there any among you who want to throw in the towel now?
Coach's eyes wandered slowly over the boys, and they made that Boots didn't play. He wasn't going to admit to Coach Higgins that he didn't have his heart 100% in playing just because he comes to a quarterback. He couldn't, not in front of the guys.
he didn't know what to do. Maybe he'll tell Coach tomorrow or the day after.
The Apollos had a squad scrimmage on Thursday and Friday. Boots Raymond was with the team both days.
You're so lucky, bud. You get to be quarterback.
I know. but you're lucky that you're so big, Boots. I think it would be awesome to be big and strong enough to play tackle like you.
Yeah, you're so good you get to play both offensive and defensive tackle.
But I don't want to play tackle. I want to play quarterback.
Well, what are you going to do? You're not going to quit, are you?
No.
Boots played both on the offensive and defensive squads.
43, 22, 34.
43 meant that number 4, the halfback, was carrying the ball up the 3 hole, the hole between the left tackle and left guard.
22 meant that the left halfback was carrying the ball through the 2 hole, the hole between the center and the right guard.
34 meant that the fullback was carrying the ball through the 4 hole between the right tackle and the right guard.
Those are only a few of the plays that Coach Higgins was teaching the team.
They worked on the plays, and it seemed Boots and most of them were on his side of the line. One of the backs was either running right to the hole to his left or to his right.
Some were pass plays to either the right or left end. The blocking and the pushing didn't let up on the line.
Man, this is no fun at all.
After a few more plays, the coach blew his whistle.
Man, what a stupid position. Every bone in my body aches.
Quit complaining. Look at that poor guy playing opposite you went through.
Yeah, I guess I did shake him up a little bit. I guess I'll give it one more day.
Mom was beaming by the time Boots got home.
Hey, Boots, you got a letter from Mom?
Dear family, hi everybody, I sure miss you. I also miss my drums. One of the buddies had a radio which we listen to, but the batteries wore out and we haven't been able to get new ones. It gets very lonesome at times. Miss the fights I had with Gail and wrestling with Boots. I suppose by the time I get back home, you'll be able to pit me and nothing flat. I'm happy to hear you went out for football. It's good contact sports, you prepare him for many ways in the future. What position is he playing? Tell him to drop me a letter and tell me all about it. I was a good flanker, good old Warren High. Remember? I'll write again soon. Love, Tom.
Boots didn't know what to do. He had planned on turning in his uniform right after practice to tell Coach Higgins that he was through.
The letter from Tom changed things. He folded it and clumsily put it in the back of the envelope.
Did you write tell him I was going out for football?
No, your brother did. Don't look so long. Don't you think Tom is pleased to know he's gone out for football?
Oh, sure he is, but...
But what?
Oh, nothing.
Where are you going, Boots?
I'm going to put on my uniform. We're practicing tonight, too.
Why don't you write to Tom this evening? He'd like you to, you know.
Tell him I'm playing tackle.
Boots had to go into his room before his brother could say anything more.
Later that night after practice, Boots sat down and wrote a letter to his brother Tom. Dear Tom, Mom and Dad told you I went out for football. I wanted to play quarterback, but Coach Higgins said I'm too heavy. Backfield man can't weigh over 125 pounds, he said. So he put me on the line. Playing right tackle, it's a stupid position. All you do is block on offense and try to bust through the line on defense and get to the ball carrier. I'm playing both offense and defense. I wish they would change that rule about weights. I think I can play quarterback a lot better than tackle. I'm a poor tackle. I guess lousy is a better word. Do you think it's okay if I told Coach Higgins I don't want to play more? I sure would like your opinion. Love, Boots.
On Wednesday night, Coach Higgins handed out the team roster and the schedule.
The Apollos are playing the Flyers on September 18th.
Wow, September 18th. That's this Saturday.
Team kept practicing and running plays and passing and defensive moves.
When Coach Higgins had to leave early, Coach McKay took over. He put them through a tough blocking exercise, concentrating on the guards and tackles.
Come on, Richie, hold out your arms. Dive. Drive, drive. He didn't show any favoritism. Boots, you're telegraphing your moves. Keep your head sturdy and your eyes on the man in front of you. Hit with your full body, not just your shoulders.
Coach Floyd was right. Boots realized. They've been looking to the right and left and in front of him, looking for the best way to charge through after the ball carrier. On the next play, he didn't move his eyes, but worse had a single. He stood like his captain facing Tony Hall. From the corners of his eyes, he was able to see on either side.
The Apollos practice again on Thursday. Coach McKay chewed Boots out for not holding his head steady. I don't know why I'm staying on the team. All he does is chew me out.
The only satisfaction Boots got out of it was that Coach Ike chewed out all the other linemen too. He didn't miss any of them.
I've got some bad news for you guys.
What is it?
No practice tomorrow.
Sad? You call that sad? That's the best news I've heard this week.
Hooray! I love practice stuff.
Bud confessed on their way home.
I can play football every minute, every hour, every day.
That's because you're quarterback. You wouldn't say that if you played tackle or guard.
I think I would.
I would too. I played guard last year and I loved it. I loved to break through and hit the quarterback. It was a real challenge.
Oh yeah? Then why aren't you playing on the line this year?
Because Coach Higgins asked me to play in the backfield. Heck, I play any position you want me to.
Boots didn't know whether Duck was giving him a line or the pony or what.
The Apollos opened up their season with a hard-fought victory over the Flyers, 16-14.
Boots found out how hard it was to do his job at right tackle. He got called for blocking in the back once, and he got a 5-yard penalty for being offsides once. But he did a good job, blocked that lad, but the quarterback throwing a deep ball to Eli for a go-ahead touchdown.
All right, way to go.
Yes!
Nice pass, bud. Very rugby.
See who gets the credit? Thought Boots. The quarterback at the end. Nobody thinks about the lineman. Bet no one except Mom, Dad, and Dale know I'm even out here.
Who's wrote the combat now?
Dear Tom, we won the game in the third quarter on a long pass to P. Ellis. Bud's a pretty good quarterback. He's smart, Alec at times, but like a lot of the other guys, I try to not pay any attention to them. There's no use in getting mad over things like that. I did lousy as usual. The ref called a flipping charge on me and an offside penalty. Heck, I hardly moved off on the offense. The kid opposite me jumped and made contact. I think he did on purpose, so we would be penalized. I better go to bed now. Neither Mom nor Dad know I'm writing this letter. I'm writing in my room and it's getting late. So long, love, Boots.
Practice went as usual the following week. Each day, Boots promised himself that he was going to quit, that he wasn't going to go to practice.
He was sick and tired of being hit, pushed, and knocked around. He was through.
But by the late afternoon of each day, a certain feeling would return. Something would urge him to go.
Boots was just going through the motions, not giving it all at practice. Coach Higgins noticed.
What's the matter, Boots? You tired already? We just started. I told you and the other guys that when the season started, you don't want to play football, hand in your uniform. There are other kids who want to play.
It was surprising how much Cooper's affected him. I thought about it that night while lying there. And he realized that he couldn't play with him. He was a coach too. But only after the practice,
The microphone was the same way in the game.
The letter arrived from Tom on Friday. It was addressed to Boots.
Dear Boots, your letter came in this morning. You can't know how happy I was to receive it. You'd be surprised how many guys here hope for mail don't get it. Mail can make a day for a guy. You asked in my opinion if it's okay if you tell Coach Higgins you don't want to play anymore. Okay, here it is. Don't. You'd be sorry later. I'm glad to hear that you're playing on the line. Playing guard and tackle are two tough responsible positions. It's the line that makes the team what it really is. A good quarterback. What is a good quarterback if his offensive line is so weak that the opponents can go through like water through a screen door? Good luck, Apollos, and let me hear from you again. Love, Tom.
Boots just started that game to give a better effort at every practice and every game.
The Apollos had their ups and downs, but they had a tying record going into the last game of the year.
Boots even scored a touchdown on defense after sacking the quarterback, scooping up the ball, and running over 60 yards into the end zone.
Attaboy, Boots. I knew you had it in you, kid.
Way to go, Boots.
that was awesome, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
What do you think of being a tackle now?
It's awesome.
Every position and every player on this team is important, son.
That night, Boots rode back to town.
Dear Tom, we played the Starbirds this afternoon and beat them 36-1. Can you believe it? I made a touchdown. I busted through the line and hit the quarterback. He dropped the ball and I picked it up and ran. There was something like a 62-yard run. I never dreamed I'd make a touchdown, Tom, but I did it. You know I owe almost everything to you for making me stick it out as a tackle. I really like it now. It's fun blasting through the line to get after the quarterback and whoever carries the ball. Guess you had the most tackles today. We're playing the Agronauts next Saturday. It's our last game. So far, we've lost 2 and 1 3. I'll let you know what happens. Take care and please ride. Love, Boots.
The Apollos went on to play the Argonauts, but you'll have to read the book yourself to find out the end.
The Apollos end up with a winning record, top among 6 in the military service.
Will Boots remember to work hard and give his best effort at life outside of football?
Be sure to read,
Tough to Tackle by Matt Christopher.
find out.
The end.
Now we're going to ask a few review questions to check if you were listening.
First question is, why wasn't Boots allowed to play quarterback? Right there. Thank you.
Get up closer, guys. Get closer.
He was over the weight limit.
Correct. You get a piece of candy.
Yeah, good. Hey. Next. Here we go, guys.
What position did Boots really want to play at the beginning of the book?
Anybody know our record this year? Need one gets it. Good job.
Does anybody know who we play this Friday?
Does anyone know who we played last week? That me? Yep.
Yeah, good.
Does anyone know who our first game was?
That's tough one. 2 months, 2.5 months ago. Right down there. Deep, right down there. Yeah, good job. Ready?
Who is the Chicago Bears quarterback? Who is the Chicago Bears quarterback? Fucker. Yeah.
Who is the Green Bay Packers starting quarterback?
Remember which one of us played center?
Got it. Nice.
All right, this next question is yes or no. Are the Bears the worst team in the NFL? Next question. Who's their running back for Tosa Casper?
Who do we got?
Right there.
Yep, see that. Okay, I've got one more question, all right? It just happens to be about what's the greatest thing that you can be if you're part of this, if you're part of a team? What's the best thing you can be? What's the best thing? looking for something that starts with a T. All right, so it has to start with a T. All right? Okay. You know it? Close. Wait. A great teammate. There you go. You own a brand new pair of Green Bay Packer gloves. All right. I want to thank you guys for coming here today and for listening to our story. And reading is a great thing. Make sure that you pick up a book. There's nothing better as far as how to develop your learning. All right? So thanks for coming. And we do have a piece of candy for everybody too. All right? So I don't know how much life we want to line